Welcome, everybody. We are delighted to be here and to get you to know this inference platform. So first, we would like to start by defining this challenge, the challenge that the Health Catalan service gave us. What is this platform? What should it do? This platform is really like an ecosystem where models are deployed, they are integrated, they are monitorized, they are secured, and they are validated. These models come all from different families. These different families, because they come from different origins. They can come from public institutions, such as hospital or universities, but also from private entities. There are also different models because they process different types of data. Medical data, yes, but they can process signal data, such as ECGs. They can process, for example, medical images, and they can also process text that is inside the health electronic records of the patient. The only thing that these models have in common is that they are already pre-trained, they are already pre-validated, and many of them count with certifications that allow them for a secure use inside the health sanitary context. IA HES is afterwards kind of a lighthouse, an AI lighthouse for all of the health centers here in Catalonia. That is 1,222 health centers. These health centers should be able to browse through the AI solution catalog of IA HES and request access when they want to use a model. IA HES is then responsible for ensuring that all models are integrated into their production workflows. It does this through a seamless integration with the health information systems of the Health Catalan service. So really, like the Mobile World Congress is the place to be these days, IA HES is the place to be for any AI model that is going to be used in the future in the Health Catalan service. So Joan, please tell us, why is it very important to have such a platform in the Health Catalan service?
Yeah, Manera, thank you, and thank you to Systems to bring me here today to talk about IA HES. Actually, what we think is that the problem that we face when we move models from the lab to the bedside, we think it's not a research problem. Actually, it's an operational one. So with IA HES, what we are trying is to reduce this burden and do, like, I will put it this way, to the boring engineering task to put the governance, the security, the validation of all the process just in one platform, and that's what IA HES do. Because as you mentioned, we are not piloting, we are not developing, we are putting things in production, and we are putting algorithms that are actually market, so completely certified, and we do this for offering this to the whole ecosystem. And this was IA HES do, and that's what we think it's important.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. In healthcare, we just don't only deploy software. We deploy components that support clinical decisions. And this is very important, because it doesn't matter if we are deploying machine learning models or image AI models or generative models. It is very important that the architecture behind all these models is as consistent as medicine is itself. So because of this, we are building a platform that is based on modularity and interoperability, and also on open source components. Why modularity? Because we are in an era where the state of art gets old in few months. So it's very important for us to be able to change any component or any feature without changing functionality, without changing workflows. Also about interoperability. It doesn't matter if we are executing an image model or if we are executing a machine learning model. All the models are running in the same backbone. And this is very important because they share the security protocols, they share the integration pipelines, they share the monitorization procedures. So this is a key factor for a success on these kind of platforms. Also about open source. No? We know in healthcare, everybody demands transparency. And we are not delivering a black box model, a black box platform. We are delivering a standardized platform that gives the absolute control to our client, and with zero vendor locking. This is very important. But all this is not enough in healthcare. In healthcare, we need to ensure traceability. We also need to ensure quality evaluation. About traceability, no, we need to control even every prediction of any model. We need to link these predictions with the correct version of the model. And we need to know which exact version and which exact state of the hardware executed that prediction. Because we need to be able to answer when a prediction has been done, how and why. Also, about model evaluation, no? We know that in healthcare environments, data drift or model drift can lead to clinical drift. And this is not affordable for this environment. No? We need to ensure we can detect and we can flag any model quality degradation in real time. No? So the administrations can take actions to solve the situation. In the end, we are delivering a trusted environment to execute AI. No? Now that I have explained a bit the engine, Joan, with a clinical focus, no? Which are the first models, the first kind of AI models that you are implementing on this platform?
Well, we can face this in 3 different ways. First, and as you may see here in the use cases that we are deploying at first, are the first source of data will be medical images, right? We are deploying, we know the technology here is mature, so there are plenty of solutions that may help not only clinicians, but also patients to be better treated and in some specific situations. And then what we are trying to deploy here are these solutions that we think may impact the most at this process. So here, screening will be one of the first solutions that we will have. Screening of diabetic retinopathy or breast cancer, for example. That we know that now with the new guidelines in Europe, we are increasing the number of patients that we will go for that are candidate for screening. Also, solutions regarding other types of imaging like prostate cancer, for example, or also digital pathology, or chest X-rays or stroke are different situations where we think artificial intelligence may help to raise a flag, to help diagnosis, or to manage better how the patients behave. That's the first. The second one is tabular data, Excel, CSVs, whatever. That we think that here artificial intelligence we know from the old times that works nicely, solving those situations. And we think here that we can focus on processes where there are a lot of patients involved. For example, triage. That will be the first door where most of the patients enter in a hospital, but also in in places where there are a lot of devices giving information and it's difficult to interoperate between them, right? For example, here in San Juan de Deu, they have this ICU monitoring with different sources, and they are flagging probability for sepsis or for problems in breathing. And also, I know that you in Belviche have some solution that may fit here, right? The critic contest.
Yes, the contest. We built there some machine learning algorithms that now are running in the CPD of the center, and this is a fantastic platform to provide it to the whole Catalan system.
Yeah, I think that once certified, we will be one use case also that will fit in the IA HES. And then the third one will be unstructured data, will be electronic health records or the like, so text that we are starting to think how to manage this kind of information. We know that there is a clear winner here, is generative AI, right? That we are starting to discover how to implement. We now have a chatbot that evaluates clinical guidelines and give feedback to the professionals, and also we tendered via Aquas a chatbot that may help both clinicians and patients on drug information. But we are here still exploring. But I will focus on those three.
Fantastic. Malena, please.
Yes. Here at the systems, we are determined to build solutions that are zero outage. What does this mean? It means that our solutions have maximum tolerance for error. And this is especially important in a sector such as the healthcare sector. In IA HES, we've built a solution upon 5 pillars. We named them the 5 pillars to make the platform bulletproof. The first pillar would be automatization in the center. It's not just a pillar, but it's also the main challenge of the project. Automatization allows us to reduce human error and only leave humans to take the most critical decisions. Automatization enables scalability. A scalability that, as Daniel explained, is really secured thanks to the modular platform, to the virtualized platform, and also to the use of open source technology. This architecture allows us to have flexible restarts and isolate errors. Both automatization and scalability need of 2 things: monitorization and governance. In IA HES, we have a monitorization module that helps us see not only the state of the platform, but also the state of the AI models that are deployed in this platform, the state of the data that is entering and is exiting these AI models through data drifts, such as Daniel explained, and also the cost that each model is having for the Health Catalan service. On the other hand, there's governance. In IA HES, we have defined some model cards, which are basically a form that each provider has to fill out every time they want to deploy not a model, but a new version. These model cards have information about certifications. They have information about the biases of the model. They have also information about recommended uses, and obviously, all the certifications that the model may have. This governance also allows us to define a standardization strategy. Some standards that in the future AI models will have to follow in order to ensure that they are deployed securely inside IA HES. That is, so that we can use automated workflows that we already know that are consistent and robust. All this makes the platform really bulletproof. So, Johan, which of these 5 pillars of the solution do you value the most?
Well, I think that all of them are important, right? But if I should pick one, I will go for standardization. We know that actually this is as a key stakeholder in the healthcare sector here in Catalonia, what we may need is something that helps us to standardize. Because put it in the other way, if we start to escalate and we are going to implement different solutions, and every one of them comes with a different setup, different type of model, different sources of data and integration, it gives us a platform that is super fragile, and this is super difficult to document, and also it surges the operational cost to implement this kind of solutions in the platform. That is something that we want to avoid from the beginning, implementing this IA HES. So here, standardization, what will help us is, as you guys mentioned, we will have the same. We will put on the table the same model context that we want to deploy, a model card that somehow standardize which kind of data, which kind of output we will get, and the operational framework that we will need. All the healthcare sources will be standardized the same way, and the outputs will go the same way everywhere. So the European health data space, the Catalan version of it, all of them we will have the same sources of data. And this standardization also what triggers, and you put it in the slide, is automation. So we are reducing operational costs just by asking the providers to give us a model that fits like a plug and play, right? No, and not technologically speaking, but also outside the IA HES, what we are doing is to work with you guys a wish list where we are putting these specifics that we will need to ask for providers to bring us the model. So when we tender any solution, we will have a wish list, bullet points that we want the different providers to give us in their solutions, and this is a kind of a standardization outside the technologically speaking IA HES, right? But the idea will be this: when you put a solution in IA HES, you are secure that if you develop in the same way that the platform is expected, it will be plug and play.
Okay. We all know Catalonia stands now one of the most dynamic IT regions in Europe. But this, without governance, can lead to fragmentation. By the way, a lot of hospitals here are implementing and are deploying their own AI models in their CPDs, in siloed environments. No? So IA HES, the inference platform, comes to standardize this across our Catalonian region. No? A little hospital in a little region like Sitges and a big hospital in Barcelona will meet the same security requirements, the same performance controls. It will be standardized, and they will have the same opportunities. No? This platform is part of the central AI strategy of Catalonia. No? And as part of the central strategy, it makes the government the possibility to establish a strategic control. It allows to define integration flows. It allows to define operational patterns. In the end, it ensures that the algorithm that will arrive to the final patient is sure, and it's confident, and it's controlled. No? Even more important, no? The IA HES is a model that articulates the system from the center. And what does this mean? No? This means that, for example, for startups, we provide a platform where they can use already secured data, where they can use resources that perhaps they could not afford without the platform. For tech providers, we provide an environment where they can execute their applications, their AI applications, in an integrated and interoperable environment. And for public entities, we provide a platform where they can get resources and share resources with the rest of the system. No? In the end, no, joining administration, hospitals, primary care centers, etc., what we are doing is transition from a Catalonian government as a consumer of siloed models. We are transforming in a sovereign reference of strategic AI. No? So, Joan, how the implementation of this platform, no, taking care that the AI is concentrating in big players, etc., how this platform, no, allows the Salud to democratize, no, a public infrastructure and offer it to all the players.
Yeah, you know, I like that one. So democratization here, we understand it as reducing the costs and also the operational risk to put models in production. So hence, with IA HES, what we are doing is to habilitate everyone, every single primary care, hospital, small, big, whatever, to have models centralized and where IA HES do the heavy job. So we have the inference infrastructure there. We have the we govern all the models that are there, and the professionals or the hospitals or the primary care professionals, what they only have to do is to pick the model that they would like to use, and that's all. Then they use it in the use case, and the data and the results are there. Also, this is super well aligned with the Ministry of Health in Spain, that they are also deploying like an ecosystem where you can pick models and put it there in production. And we are exploring collaborations to align these two model marketplaces, and this information could be used cross-border. So and this is the idea, because we put the basis where everyone could do both. Deploy, so every single use case could be done by using IA HES, but also in the other way, we are giving again the private stakeholders a place where they know that if they develop in that way, and the use case is useful for the systems, we will put it there. But not only for the private sector, but also for the public sector. We know that there are different initiatives, like Digipatics in the Institut Català de la Salud, or for example, the past week was this news about the WaveMar project from Hospital del Mar, that they do breast screening using with a model that they develop. We can go with them to try to certify and to help them with the different stakeholders from the ecosystem, Fundació Salud, Aquas, and Cat Salud, and the like, for giving these public stakeholders also the ability to put solutions in IA HES and giving them to the system.
Thank you, Joan. And that's our objective too. No?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for this, for listening us. Thank you to ED people that is collaborating, Mark, a lot of people also from the systems, Álvaro and Rebecca, Loic, Gwen, Valerian. Well, a lot of people that is collaborating from different entities with this project. Thank you to everybody, and we go on, no?
Yeah, we'll go on.
Thank you.
Thank you.